Yo, it's your boy Dwayne Matthews coming at you again live and direct with episode number 5, episode number 5 of Country Rap Tunes and Critical Race Theory. You hear me? And my travels this time led me to Richmond, Virginia to check out the Dirty South contemporary art, material culture, and a Sonic Impulse Museum exhibit at the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts in Richmond. First off, the term Dirty South came a long way since track number 4 on Goody Mob Soul Food album. I'm willing to bet a whole lot of money that boy Cool Breeze from Dungeon Family had no idea what kind of cultural landscape he was creating when he coined the term. I mean, the term Dirty South really is all-encompassing when talking about Southern folkways and tradition, from the soul food, linguistics and drawl, to religion and spirituality, to the car culture. We gotta have them 12s in the back of that trunk with that slump. Look at them big-ass speakers right there. Imagine them things in the back of your trunk. Boy, the whole neighborhood waking up when you come down the block. Woo! Which is why this exhibit was actually pretty perfect, because it was an appreciation of black Southern life as it relates to Southern ecology and its landscapes, its African roots, being products of Jim Crow and its connection to slavery. And we can't forget about that Lil Jon and the East Side Boys and that 3-6 Mafia inspired get buck, get crunk music and that booty shake music that come out the South. Now, if you're a hip hop head, you've seen 1,001 times where Outkast got booed at the 95 Source Awards and Andre 3000 got up on stage and said, "The South got something to say." That shit right there was almost like a damn battle cry for Southern MCs. We're talking about the veterans and the younger MCs that was coming up around that time. So we're talking about Scarface, Trick Daddy, David Banner, Ballin' G, Killer Mike, T.I., Lil Flip, Hot Boys, No Limit, you name it. They was coming out of the South and they had something to say and they had something to prove and have not stopped since then. I mean, look at Lil Baby right now. But anywho, Southern hip-hop was completely different from its East Coast and West Coast contemporaries, especially in lyrical content. While we acknowledge Lauryn Hill's lyrical ability to talk about police brutality on the song The Beast, or Dr. Dre's The Day the Niggas Took Over as he talks about the LA riots, but in the South we had rap groups like Field Mob that not only talked about police brutality, but they talked about the Confederate flag being waved outside their door, Ku Klux Klan, slave trading, overt racism, and how all these things affected them in the present tense, not the past. But let's take it back real quick. All this talk about civil rights, Jim Crow, slavery, and the shunning of black voices in the South prompted me want to visit Thomas Jefferson's plantation in Charlottesville, Virginia. So that's where I went. Thomas Jefferson, one of the country's founding fathers and our third U.S. president, was born and raised in Virginia. So fair to say that he was a true Southerner and a keeper of Southern values and morals, as well as a keeper of 600 slaves on his Monticello plantation, or as he referred to the slaves, those who labor for my happiness. It was said that Thomas Jefferson inherited around 20 slaves and he either sold or given away around 400 of them. Just casually breaking up families because, they're chattel property anyway, so who cares? Speaking of family, a slave by the name of Sally Hemings had at least 6 children by Thomas Jefferson while enslaved at the Monticello plantation. I suppose it's fair to say that Thomas Jefferson caught feelings for Sally Hemings because when her kids made it to adult age, he let them go free and not keep them in bondage. It's been said that her kids passed easily into white society because of their fair skin color, and no one was none the wiser of their black blood. I suppose the proper follow-up question would be, did Thomas Jefferson free any other slaves? Hell no, he didn't free no other slaves. Come on now. I mean, imagine being born a black slave but being freed as a white person. That sounds like a damn Boondocks episode, and it sounds like something Uncle Ruckus would highly encourage. Ugh. Well, Sally Hemings would eventually get her freedom, but this was after Thomas Jefferson had died. And that was because a daughter that he actually claimed allowed Sally to leave to go live with her kids back in Charlottesville. And as we know it, Charlottesville would go on to be this utopian society. I mean, with the exception of the Confederate flag waving, tiki torch holding white supremacists, the South had a vested economic interest in keeping black folks subjugated, from U.S. presidents to the poorest of white people. But yet, Southern black folks knew varying degrees of resistance and showing Southern hospitality. It's almost like if Pastor Troy's No More Playing GA and Ludacris and Jermaine Dupri's Welcome to Atlanta had a baby with each other. You know what I mean? All in all, I'm saying, this exhibit did a really good job between bridging the gap from a more historical Dirty South to a more contemporary Dirty South. It's really just further proof that the South still got something to say, and so do I. So please tune into the next episode of Country Rap Tunes and Critical Race Theory, and I hope y'all enjoyed this one as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all in advance, and as the great orator Lil Jon said, put your hood up, stop acting like a bia. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace and love.